All right, so I'm just waiting for this video to come up and come through, and then we are going to jump into the, all right, so we are live. I'm just gonna wait for you all to come through again. I'm sorry, we were trying to do a reaction, and then I heard from you all that it had a really bad echo and that it just wasn't, the quality of it just wasn't good. So we're gonna try again. I don't know if this is going to work. If it doesn't, look, no, this is going to work. Let's just put that out there. This is gonna work. We're gonna do this now. I'm gonna wait for you all to just come on in. So come on in, come on in, come on in. Thumbs up those videos on the way in. Thumbs up the video on the way in, and let's jump into it. I'm gonna give you all a second to come on in. I don't know if you've seen this video so far or not, but this is my first time watching it with you all. And so basically we're going to be reacting to a video of a young lady who is talking about how a man has to make twice what it is that she makes, otherwise he's going to be considered broke and he won't be able to cheat on her and all this other stuff, right? So I stopped it to go get my notebook so that I could take some notes, but then when I looked at the writing, you all were saying that it was bad sound. So all right, so if you all are ready to jump into it, I'm going to be ready to jump back into it too. So if you all are ready, I'm ready, and we can just go for it. And you have to let me know if there's anything the matter with the audio, etc., so that we can fix it, and then we'll go from there. All right, so what was it? So tell me, before I went off, did the video start lagging? Because I need to figure out what is it that's creating this lag. What's stopping the video from being able to be played properly? So I need to know what I do that triggers the lag. So before I stop the video, was it lagging for you all? And VB is saying, I've watched this video, I hate it. We ready? We got your back. The video had me so shook. Ignorance is real. Yeah, I bet. I bet. So there was no lagging, but there just was an echo. All right. The video was echoing. Okay, there were a lot of people who were saying it was a bad echo. So let's try again. Let's try again, okay? Let's try again. If you all are ready, I'm ready. I'm gonna load up the video and then we're gonna go again. And if worse comes to worse, then I'll just have to hold up the thing by the thing and just watch it that way. But we doing this.
If you're broke when I meet you, you don't stand a chance. Because...
What's broke to you? What is defined broke?
You make less than double what I make.
Less than double?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not a shit ton.
Okay.
But you should be making double what I make. That being said, it's because I've held broke men down. I've been played by broke men.
Okay.
And personally, it doesn't pay off. So I won't do it again. And it is what it is. It's not hard to find someone who makes twice what I make. I personally attract people who make like a whole spectrum. That being said, if you are broke and I choose to deal with you, I will belittle you. It is what it is. And I reserve the right to do that. And also, if you want to cheat at your own risk, I'm apt to ghost you. And it is what it is because men who make more money than me, they treat me with that same power dynamic, right? Like, I know that...
So that's fair? You think that that's okay?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
But it's a way of life.
Women like financial stability.
Yes.
Men don't care about that because a lot of times men are always the breadwinner.
You date down.
80% of the time, men are the breadwinners, or they're at equal level at the same time. Men don't care about that. If a man meets a woman and she's struggling or she's going through something, if she has a good heart and we see the potential in her and she can...
If she has a good heart or if she has a fat ass.
No, if a
she
woman...
has a fat ass or some fat titties, or if she gives the pussy up quick, you guys love her.
That ain't
shit. Pay her bills.
That ain't
You'll buy
shit.
her some Louis.
That ain't shit. Pussy is pussy. What Drake say?
Y'all love broke hoes.
Said,
period. Y'all love broke hoes.
Pussy's only pussy, and I get it when I need it. It don't matter if you make it don't matter if you make $500,000.
If I was a broke hoe and I had just pussy everywhere, niggas would love me.
If you make $500,000 or if you make $5, it don't matter. If a nigga care for you, he gonna care for you. It is what it is. He don't care about all the extra shit.
Women, and that's what's sad. There's less incentive for us to have our shit together.
Women care about this shit. Why? Because a lot of times the woman don't know what she want to do. She needs some type of direction in her life. She needs her bills paid. She needs make sure she has a roof over her head.
That's not why.
She looks for all.
We don't
want to
accumulate your debt. We don't want to.
I didn't say accumulate
take
debt.
On your
I didn't say accumulate debt. I never said bring on my.
We don't need you guys to tell us what to do. We don't.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Because a lot of times a man that has money, he's going to tell you what to do. And you're going to listen because why? Because you're not making as much money as him.
No, never. No, never.
So, okay, so if that's the case, why do you let a man cheat when he makes more money than you? You told me that earlier, that when a man makes $1 million, he can cheat.
I told you I would side chick myself to a rich nigga.
Why?
Well, because I don't love a nigga I'm going to side chick myself to, so there has to be some incentive, right? If I don't love you and your dick is mediocre, why else would I be here?
So you're only here for the money. So you're a gold digger.
If I'm a side bitch, yes.
So you're a gold digger. So you're a gold digger.
If you have a side bitch, I want you to be as cautious of her as you are of me saying this. Like, I hope you don't ever think that you have a side bitch who's just enamored with you. You don't. You don't.
So
she's there for an alternative resource.
So you would be a gold digger is what you're saying.
I've never been a side bitch, so I can't say that I would.
Okay.
So but if the price is right, possibly. Yeah. If you make millions, right, and I'm making 100,000.
Okay.
You're going to treat me like an option, right? Like, I have so much to prove to even get a ring, to even get a chance.
Sometimes.
A lot, unless my ass is fat and my titties are big, which they're not. I'm sweet and I'm nice and I'm petite. So I have a lot to prove. I have a lot to prove. That being said, I will treat a man who's broker than me the same way a man who's rich would treat me. I have the control. I will cut you off. You can't move around. And men don't like that, so I like men who make more money than I do, and it is what it is.
It's too much for me.
I support my family, I support my household. I have a child who's 7 years old, happily living, whatever. I absolutely will not support somebody else. I don't even want you to make what I make, because if you fall into a bad, hard situation, I have to support you. You have to make...
You think that?
I know that. You have to make double, if not triple, if not quadruple.
That's what you've been through.
I never will ever support another man as long as I live.
Me, personally, I don't require a woman to, bring in...
This guy's a damn fool.
A certain amount of income. That's just me personally, because at the end of the day, I'm already going to have a roof over my head. I'm taking trips with my boys. We're doing XYZ. We're going to eat good. We're doing this and that. So anything that you would bring in would just be an addition to what I already have. And women look for a man to take them to the next level. Most women.
The real question is why as women are we working so hard and grinding so hard when men don't care? We could slack off, we could be bums, and y'all would still wife us at the same rate that you wife us when we're grinding our asses off. Y'all don't care. The reason
why do y'all care so much?
No, we care for our own self-worth. We care for our own self-worth, and that's why I'm not carrying no broke-ass nigga, because I've worked too hard.
It ain't about
I've worked too hard.
So it's okay. So it's okay for a man to date a broke bitch, but it's not okay for a woman to date a broke nigga.
Personally, if you're dating a bitch who's broker than me, I think you're a joke. But that's your personal decision.
But love is love, right?
No.
So why does love...
I would never... love
shouldn't have a monetary value attached to it.
Well, it does. For me, it does. And for you guys, it doesn't, because you guys have societal power, you have monetary power, you have all these privileges that allow you to choose who you want.
It ain't societal power.
We can't choose who we want.
Initially, when we're looking for a female, we're just looking for a female who's gonna, give us love, give us support, some loyalty. You know what I'm saying? That's what we look for. We don't look for money.
So no,
we look for money because we have that.
But
we take care of ourselves.
He's a fool.
You look for a pretty girl. You look for a girl with a big butt. You look for a girl with big boobs.
No,
you do.
That don't mean shit, because a lot of these women that have a big butt and that's pretty can't even hold a basic conversation.
Half of you men don't need that.
That is what it is.
You guys don't need that.
Yes, we do.
Some of you do. Some of you don't.
We have to deal with you day in and day out. So you don't think we pay attention to stuff like that?
I don't think you care enough to make that deciding factor.
Yes, we do.
You do. Just like every conversation we've had tonight, you care about what applies to you. You need to look at it from an objective perspective.
To a certain extent, a lot of men care if a woman can hold a basic conversation, because you have a lot of women out here who fine as hell, nice bodies, and got it paid for by other men, and we're dating you, and you can't even hold simple shit. You don't know what credit is. You don't know how credit works. Like, it's just basic shit that a lot of women just don't understand because they've been taken care of their whole life. So a man doesn't want to be the rest of his life with a woman that doesn't know anything.
I personally feel that a woman's role is to elevate the situation that she's in. Whether it's her man, whatever. That being said, as a man, you should already be at a position that I should want to grow. I should want to help you.
And what are you doing during this time, though? What are you doing during this time? While I'm already up here, what are you doing in this time?
Me, personally, I don't need to address that.
No, like you said, we're not talking about personally. You just
told
me that.
Exactly. So objectively, as a woman, you shouldn't be broke.
Okay.
And if you are broke, you could still get a man because niggas are weak and they like bitches. At the end of the day, as a woman, you should never date down.
Never.
You should never date down.
Ever.
Because you could be whack, you could be broke, you could be ugly, you could be whatever. You could always get a rich nigga. It is what it is.
Men, be careful out there. Take your time.
It's the only, monetary value is the only position on earth where men have a disadvantage.
No. Monetary value is only what women look at.
That
period.
And maybe dick size.
Period.
You guys have male privilege. You guys have misogynistic
You can
privilege.
have a man that makes $250,000 or whatever, and if it's a woman who's never seen that type of money before, you can have a small dick, and a woman still is going to want to be with you because she's comfortable in an environment.
Whose fault is it? If you wife her,
but
right? Like we've
but a man is not going to do that.
Like we've talked about, men are the ones who get down on one knee. So if you wife a bitch who's a gold digger and she likes you with your small dick and your large bankroll,
a man is not a
if
real
you get
man.
Down on one knee, that's not her fault. That's yours.
A real man is going to evaluate all that stuff. We take into account everything before we get down on one knee.
8 out of 10 men are not real men. 2 out of 10 men are real men. Real men. So the majority.
Define a real man since you're a woman.
A real man is a man who cares what a woman has acquired from her own net worth, from her own intellect, a woman who can uphold her own household. No. What do you think a real man is? And if you describe
You're
yourself,
talking about a woman.
You're
talking about a woman. You just said everything a woman.
No, I'm talking about what a real man wants in a woman.
What a real man wants in a woman basically is just loyalty and love. That's at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to.
Okay, and how easy is it to fake that?
It's not easy to fake that.
It's very easy.
We don't see through all that bullshit.
No, you're not. You're not. Historically, you're not.
Huh?
No, you're not.
Yes, we are, because there are going to be things that happen where we see how you react. If you,
after you niggas
nonchalant,
put a ring on, you think we're stupid enough to play that role until you like us? No. Marry me first, then you'll see how dumb I am. Then you'll see how whack I am.
Men will only ask for what they can do. Women will ask for astronomical shit, and they still over here making $10 an hour.
Patriarchal view.
I'm not.
We have been raised in a society and we have been breaking down societal norms that say we are what our man is worth, right? And the last quantifying factor is your monetary value, the monetary value of the man that you marry. So I'm sorry, that's the last thing to go out of style, but you guys created this system, and that's how we're gonna play it. You make more money than us.
Something's wrong with her.
We make 75 cents to every dollar that you make. So if I want my husband to make
it's less for black women. Come on.
And that's okay for you to want that, but you can't necessarily demand that.
What I want, I demand.
A man never requires a woman to make a certain amount of money. It's always good.
Why is he talking about money?
And you're definitely, if a man is making money and a woman is making just as much money as him, you're definitely going to live comfortable. You know, saying get what you want to get, live a lavish life, things like that. But women need a man with money, and that's what they look for when they're dating at the end of the day. It's not fair, but it just is what it is.
Men don't need to require anything because they have the privilege of being able to make $1 for every dollar that they have earned. Women are at a disadvantage, so naturally we are going to seek a monetary value in any situation we're in. I think that it's within our right to take advantage of that if we need to. If you're broke when I meet you, you don't stand a chance.
Okay, so that looks like it's over.
What's broke to you? What is defined broke?
You make less than double what I make.
Let's stop this now.
Less than double.
Yes.
Okay.
Both of these people are buffoons.
It's not a shit ton.
Okay.
But you should be making double what I make. That being said, it's because I've held...
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. All right. So, this is over. This was so dumb. This was so dumb. This was so dumb. This was so dumb. I'm sorry. This was so stupid. All right. I'm just going to go through my notes real quick, and then I'm going to turn on my phone lines, and then we're going to have a conversation about this. This was painful to watch because you have two damn ignoramuses talking about stuff that that neither one of them understands. So let's break it down. I even stopped taking notes at one point. Okay, so she says that a man who makes less than double what she makes is broke. We don't know how much she makes. She could be making $20,000 a year. So a person who makes less than 40 is technically broke. So that's the baseline right there. We don't know what her ambitions are. We don't know where it is that she is aspiring to go to. We don't know what her income is. So is a man broke who makes less than double? But that can't be the standard. It can't be the standard, because there's broke, and then there is, moderately incomed, gainfully employed. You know what I'm saying? Then she starts talking about how if he's broke, she's going to reserve the right to belittle him. Why would you want to belittle anyone? Why would you want to be in any type of situation where you're being belittled based on how much money a person does or doesn't have? And then why is your standard going to change based on whether or not a man has money? Money really is just an indicator of energy. Money is energy. The energy that people work for, that they put together and give towards your business or whatever. So that's the part that's confusing to me, right? That's the part that's confusing. It's like, why would you allow a person to cheat on you simply because of the amount of money that they make? Why would you want to belittle a person because of the amount of money that you make? It's like, if you're in a relationship is a verb. If you're in a relationship with a person, aren't you supposed to be looking for a person that's a good match for you? A person who's a good match for you personality-wise? Speaking of which, God, I don't understand why black men just don't really seem to get this. Because I remember 50 Cent had this song that came out years ago that was like, would you love me if I was down and out, if I was broke, and all this other stuff. And then the women came out with a version to this song, and these stupid ass women were singing the song with the same lyrics, talking about if she didn't have money, would he still want her? Yes, of course, because men are not interested in how much money a woman makes. Bum men are, but the typical man is not. The typical man is not, he doesn't care how much money she makes. The typical man does care how pretty she is, how good she looks on his arm, how much a compliment she is to his life, and whether or not the woman can make other men jealous or desire her. Then we also have to look into where the man is in his life. Is he ready to settle down, or is he just dating? Because the typical man who is dating doesn't even really care about your damn personality. It's only when a man decides that he's getting ready to get married does he really care about what type of wife and mother you'll be to the children. And how much money you make does not denote what type of mother you're going to be or how you're going to treat the children. So there's a lot of things that are going on inside of this video that are just ridiculous to me. So Taryn is saying, you are so right. If she's not a dime, they don't want her. And it's like, yeah, so men care about youth and beauty. When they did that 50 Cent song, all of the girls in the video were so fly, lips popping, waist cinch, booty so big. But I'm like, okay. Remember how 50 Cent tore down Vivica Fox because she was older than him, and how he was disrespecting her because whatever is going on in his warped, woman-hating mind. But it's like, in the Black community, for some reason, we're not able to put two and two together. Like, no, we have different roles. And this is why I resent it when people try to gaslight us and try to make it seem as if our reproductive space in humanity does not matter. That any person can call themselves a woman and that we should just accept it. The younger a woman is, the more children technically she has the prospect of making. The closer she is to menopause, the less children she has. The ability of producing, whether or not a woman can create children, whether or not an individual woman can create a child, is a lot different than the fact that women are placed on earth as keepers of the womb. And so yes, when a man is ready to settle down, his reproductive success depends on a few different things. Whether or not that woman is young enough to be able to produce multiples of children, whether or not he spreads his seed to multiple women who have the greater chance of producing healthy children, whether or not this woman is going to kick in some sort of maternal instinct and take care of the children and look after them, and whether or not the woman looks healthy, and whether or not the woman looks like she can produce offspring which are going to have a genetic advantage over other people's offspring. So yes, men are going to look for young, fertile, beautiful women. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't understand why Black women are constantly being shamed into why they require a man who has money. Like, he even started saying, oh, you're a gold digger and all this, that, and the other. And I think that Black men really get it twisted when it comes to what a gold digger is. Reproductive success for a woman is getting the best one man for her limited amount of eggs. Reproductive success for a man is finding enough women that can take on his multiples of sperm. So I'm going to open up the phone lines. I want to hear what your thoughts on this video are. You're going to have to work with me to get the phone lines open, because this is my first time doing this. So we're going to have to figure out in what ways how do we get the audio output in the right area without the echo, right? So that's what we're going to be working on. So I want to hear your thoughts. If you're on my mailing list, you have received the telephone number in your inbox. So those of you who are on the mailing list, you got the telephone number in your inbox. So that is the number we're going to be using as we turn on the phone line. So let's do that right now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I want to hear your thoughts on this mess. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's dumb. I think both of them are dumb. I think both of them are just stupid. I feel like neither one of them knows what the hell they're really truly talking about, but that's fine because they seem young. And how do I feel about polygamous relationships if men are predestined to seek multiple women? Yeah, I'm glad that you asked that. I didn't say that men are predestined. I said reproductive success for them, because it's men who don't want polygamous societies. It's men who have outlawed polygamous societies because, and I'll explain to you why men across the world have almost unanimously agreed not to have polygamous societies. I'll explain that to you in a moment. Let's get these phone lines open. Let's get the connection. All right. So phone lines are open. Wait, those people are in their 30s? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I don't know what to say then, if that's the case. I don't know what to say. If they're in their 30s, I don't know what to say. All right, so listen, phone lines are open. I need the first person to try the phone lines. And it looks like the stream is buckling from attempting to make those phone calls. Okay, so look, phone lines are open. I want to test the first phone call. So I want the first phone call to come through so we can test the sound and see how we're looking with the sound. All right. I don't hear any sound. So let's see. All right, we're gonna have to figure this out, so give me 1 second. All right, let's see. Phone lines are open. The number is 323-488-3149. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay. All right. So listen, I need the first person to call in so that we can try out the phone lines and see what's going on. If not, we're gonna have to come back in with the come back in and broadcast from my phone. But I want to try and see if we can work this out first. Okay. So 323-488-3149. Okay, so there are people who are answering the question in why polygamy, why the typical man, why men across the board have outlawed polygamy. And part of the reason that men across the board have outlawed polygamy is because the average man was not having access to the most prime women. The rich men had the access to the most prime women, and they had all of them occupied. So in societies where rich men are able to pay like they weigh, they're able to scoop up most of the women. And when the men in a society end up with no woman, they decided that that was not the type of society that they wanted to live in. So I always hear men talking about, oh, how much they want polygamy and all this other stuff. But the men who I hear saying that they want polygamy for the most part are men who are interested in trying to use polygamy for some sort of sexual fantasies and some sort of fantasy where they can have multiple. It's not easy. Most men can't satisfy one damn woman, let alone a household full. So it's like, it's the ego of men that makes them think that that polygamy is going to be right for them. All right, so listen, phone lines. I am trying to get the phone lines coordinated. 323-488-3149. I don't think we're going to be able to do the broadcast and the phone at the same time. So let's see how we can fix this. Let's see how we can fix this. Let's see how we can fix this. Let's see. Let's see how we can fix this. All right, so let's turn off this Bluetooth. And then I will, I'm gonna get the phone lines working for us. Don't you worry, we're gonna get it fixed. All right. All right, the phone line, we're getting it set up right now. 323-488-3149. Just give me 1 second. We're getting it done. Listen, failure is not an option. Failure is not an option. All right. So I need someone to test the phone line out now. So 323-488-3149. I don't hear the sound. Yeah, hey, I'm trying to work on my sound. Can you help me fix it? No, just stay on the line. I'm gonna try to bring you into the audio through the speaker, okay? All right. You have a comment about the video, right? Really? Oh, how sweet of you. So if this is not a good time for you to test out the audio, that's fine. You know what? Just call in when you are. Okay? Okay, cool. All right then. Bye-bye. Okay, so listen, I need someone to call in and help me work out the audio issue because right now we are connected audio output. Let's see. I need to figure out how we get the sound. Uh-oh. All right. All right. This is my first time doing this, so please help me. Somebody. It says it's business. Don't marry anyone you wouldn't do business with. Well, you know what? Listen, I feel you on that. It is business. 323-488-3149. I need someone to help me work out the audio issue. Oh, goodness. You know what? Let me make sure that I get the... All right. So there are calls that are coming in, but... Give me just 1 second. All right. We're gonna work this out. Don't worry. We're gonna work it out. Don't worry. I don't believe in failure. All right. Let's see. All right. Okay, so we have sound, but it's not. Okay. Hello. Hey, I'm fine, thanks. I'm trying to get the audio to come through the speakers. So I'm gonna thank you for calling in to at least help me try this out. Give me 1 second because I need to. I'm gonna put you on speakerphone, okay? Hello?
Hi.
Okay, so I hear you coming in through my phone, but I don't know how to get you to come through the speakers. All right. What's your name while we're waiting?
Oh, this is Mimi.
Your name is Mimi? Okay. All right, so give me 1 second. Let me figure out how to get the call to come through on the speakers. It says audio. Okay, let's see. Connected for audio, but for some reason it's using the audio from media. Like I'm sure if I played like a YouTube video, the sound would come through from a YouTube video. So look, no, even a YouTube video is not coming through. All right. Let's see. Can you all hear Mimi? Mimi, say something.
Hi.
Can you all, you all can't hear Mimi, right? You all, I know you can't hear her. All right, so how do we do this? How do we do this? I really don't know how to do this.
Do you have any, like, I guess, other speakers that you have that you can connect to Bluetooth on your phone?
Well, no, this is the speaker. So if it's not working on here, where will it work at? You know what I mean? So I think I need to Google this real quick. I'm sorry. So you can hear her, but I know that the volume is low. Give me 1 second, Mimi. I'm going to Google how to connect the phone for audio. Because right now the call is coming through the phone. So I want the call to come through the speakers. Give me 1 second.
Okay, no problem.
No, go ahead. What did you say?
I was like, I just tuned in. I watched the video, but I only saw a snippet of it. The video that you're mentioning in your
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. It says how to connect call to Bluetooth speaker. Let's see. It says operate a Bluetooth. Can I use Bluetooth for phone calls? Only a Bluetooth device that supports SCO can record and play audio. If the Bluetooth device supports only A2DP, then it cannot record audio for which it is meant to be used to answer a phone call. Okay, so let me be more specific and put in the type of speaker that I have and the type of phone. Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate you helping us out this way. You're a hero.
No problem. What kind of phone or speaker?
You're on speakerphone from the phone itself.
I was just asking if you get a new device.
No, you know what I'm doing? I'm broadcasting in a different way.
Okay, got it.
So typically when I broadcast, I have the volume coming in through it's routed through my computer and into the audio. But now I'm using my phone because I'm using a computer to broadcast the video. So that, yeah, it is different. I don't think that and then also I have the quality down real low. Because of the streaming issues. Let's see. Okay, so now I have just looked this up. Let's see if it's doable. The Google is searching, or the Google search. How do I do that? Okay.
Did you get it?
Yeah, but there's a YouTube video on how to do it. Let's see if I can figure this out. And I don't think it's going to be able to play. I need like like written instructions. But you know what? If worse comes to worse, then we'll end this video broadcast and then we'll come back and just do it the regular way that we have been doing it.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where are you reading your instructions?
I just did a quick Google search. So you know what we're gonna do? I think we're just gonna end the broadcast and then come back because I don't really know how else to do it.
Are you sure? I'm reading the comments and people said they can hear me fine, but if you're more comfortable.
Oh no, well look, they said put it closer to the thing. So what I'll do is I'll put it closer here.
Okay.
So can you all hear her fine? I have it close to the thing right now. Can you all hear her? Say something so they can hear you.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
All right, so let me know if you can hear her and give me on a scale of 1 to 10 how good her audio is. So keep talking so they can hear you. Keep talking.
Okay, so I guess what point I wanted to make, I'm not sure where you guys left off, but do I think men should make twice as more as women? I think that when men accumulate more wealth than women, they tend to, I guess, not respect their women, if that makes sense. I think as a woman, you need to make as just as more as a man.
Really?
Yeah, because it's that power dynamic. I don't know. I guess I'm speaking from experience. But my mother, she didn't have a job. She was a stay-at-home mother. My dad, made the money and, had the power and made the decisions. And she didn't have much say-so. And I look at Jeff Bezos and his now ex-wife. Like, what happened when you have the richest man in the world with a woman? I guess, I'm not sure if she was doing anything. But, when you have the richest man in the world who can have, all, like anyone, how does that type of man or person respect people that make less than him? Does that make sense?
Okay. So basically what she's saying is this is what she's saying. She's basically saying that that a woman needs to bring in money because her mother made significantly, or your mother was a housewife. She didn't make any money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
she didn't make any money.
Okay, so her mother didn't make any money, and her mother didn't make any money, and her father he wasn't very nice to your mom. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying he wasn't very nice. I just said that, I guess, when you don't bring in any money, like, you don't have a voice. People don't respect your opinion. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense? Or, like, I just think that, I'm not sure if you have to make twice as that. I'm just saying that, maybe you're more valuable, or the person may value you more if you make not just as much, but like probably like 80 and she's making 100. If that makes sense.
Okay, so I'll say this, right? And this is my opinion on it. Money doesn't change who you are. It really only amplifies who it is that you are. And if there's a person that feels like, because first of all, your father does not have the ability to carry children in his womb. He doesn't have the ability to hold and maintain the space of the feminine in a home. A woman makes a house a home. Trust me. My mother died when I was 19, and I saw the differences between the way the house was held together when there was the matriarch versus when there was just the patriarch. It's the mom who brings in Christmas and Thanksgiving, and she's the one that brings the warmth into the home. She's the one that brings the feminine grounding into the home, right? And so when it comes to whether or not there's going to be a person who respects the space that womb holder holds, that's really going to be an individual issue. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's going to be like, if a man doesn't value that, that's really on him. And what happens is we exchange our time for money. We exchange our youthful childbearing age for money. And so when we say that a woman needs to go out there and start trying to work to create income like a man, she's giving up her childbearing years. She's giving up the suppleness of her skin. She's giving up the high levels of estrogen that keeps that skin clear and tight and taut. And so it's like, no. A man who values what a womb holder brings into a relationship, he's not expecting her to come in with the type of money that he comes in with. It's unrealistic, and it's a problem that I see pervasive in the African American community because we have been bastardized for hundreds of years. So that we have multiple generations of bastardized people who really don't know what it takes to create a cohesive unit in the home. Men don't know what place they belong in. Women don't know what place they belong in. And this is part of the reason that we have so many people feeling like transgenders can take the place of women, or that transgender can compete with women, when that's not the case, because a womb holder holds a very significant and special place in society. So
I agree with you, and also my mother died when I was 19 too, so I definitely saw the changes when she was no longer here. But I don't know, I don't see a lot of men appreciating when a woman does those things, when a woman takes care of the home and the family and the children, because that's a lot. Now looking back at my mother and what she did, I was like, man, how do you take care of 4 kids, cook, clean? And my mom, I'm like Caribbean. My mom is a Haitian woman, and I think it's a little bit different because my parents, they were older when they had me. Like my dad, he's like in his late 70s, so it was like a different time, and I guess different time back then, especially being from Haiti.
okay.
So we were more not conservative, but like I remember I could I guess when I got to middle school, that's when I was allowed to wear pants. So,
Okay.
I don't know. I just think that now it's hard to find a man that won't allow, or not won't allow, but won't go towards a woman or won't date a woman if she doesn't have a job. I don't see, or she doesn't have something going for herself, right?
Yeah, but you know what? There's a difference between having a job and attempting to make as much money as the man that you're hoping to get with. You know what I mean? I think that there's a difference between, like, everyone should be able to work and care for themselves. However, if a person wants to have children, if a man wants to be able to become eternal through a woman's womb, he's going to have to be able to get with a woman who is going to have in that family, they need to have the capacity for the woman to be able to stop working and have children. It's like, this is how, it's like white people have really pulled the wool over our eyes because they've come out with infant formula and all types of stuff to try to get women back into the workforce so that they could increase the productivity numbers of human beings slaving away. But children were meant to be breastfed. Children were meant to be cared for by their parents. And now we've set it up so that there's no one caring for the children, and that doggone babysitting is almost as expensive as a college education.
Yeah, I agree. I work in corporate America. I called into your show before, but the only company that I noticed that are allowed women to work from home for like almost a year is Netflix. That's the only company that I'm aware of. And other companies are not and like paid leave. Like you're staying at home with your child for a year and you're receiving paid, your full paycheck. But not a lot of companies are doing that, and it's hard. It's hard to have a family nowadays and take care of your family and also provide for your family if there's a system set up for you, set up that won't allow you to stay home and take care of your kids. Even some of these managers, they don't care. They don't care about your children. They don't care about what's going on.
They don't.
You come back and you slave, and you make this work. You know, you complete this work in a timely manner.
Right. So, exactly.
But to answer the question, men must make twice women's income or he's broke. I'm not sure if he's broke. I'm not sure about that. It depends on, I guess, their circumstances, like how many children are in the home, you know? Is it one or is it two? Do they even have kids? If you don't have kids, I don't think you'll need to make twice as much. And where are they living? Do they live on the West Coast? Do they live on the East Coast?
Yeah,
like,
precisely.
You know, and so do they live in certain places where they pay a state tax? So I think it's, you have to take in those considerations, but I don't think that a man that makes twice as more as his, who doesn't make twice as more than his woman is broke. I don't believe that.
Right.
But I guess that's my,
okay. Well, you know what? Thank you so much for calling in and giving your opinion. I appreciate you helping me try to fix the audio issue, right? So thank you, Mimi.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye.
All right. So we need to figure out whether we're going to end this broadcast and come back. I see Ernest Reverence is saying, LOL, how this turned into a white thing. Let me just explain this to you right now. When you're white, there seems to be a blind spot that many white people have to the toxicity that has spread worldwide from whiteness, right? Let's just start right there, right? And I reserve the right as a woman of color to speak out towards anything that I see as truth. Western society, Caucasoids, have made breastfeeding illegal in many spots. You do not see in places of people of color. You don't see the shame that is attached to breastfeeding like you do around Caucasoids. And corporate America, which in America is mainly headed by Caucasoids. You don't see it. So yes. And if there's any type of problem that you have with that, I tell you, please go do your research. Go do your research. Open up your goddamn eyes. You could be sitting there learning a thing or two, but you over there trying to, I don't know what you trying to do. You ain't gonna check me, homie. Go look and see who invented infant formula. Go look and see how breastfeeding is still illegal in some states. You can't pull out your breast to feed your child in many of these United States. Come on, take a look. Go to any country majority people of color and see whether or not you see the same shame attached to breastfeeding. Yes, Caucasoids messed up the ability for women to be able to feed their children naturally. They even started trying to come up with all types of things. Oh, breastfeeding is bad for your breasts, is bad for your kids. They tried to say all types of stuff that they had to have the Surgeon General come out and create posters to let people know breast is best. Oh, come on, listen, come on. So let's go forward. And listen, if you have any type of problem with me bringing up historic fact, and it's a problem for you, if you're feeling sensitive like a snowflake melting underneath my black heat, then you need to bounce. Just bounce. I don't have time for snowflakes. I don't. God damn. All right, so listen. Exactly. Candace saying, but they had us breastfeeding their damn babies. Exactly. Wet nurses, exactly. But then when it turned around, you ain't had no more milk for your own picnic. Come on. Come on. Ugh. Listen. So let's talk about real quick about what we're gonna do about the calls. Are we going to continue with the calls as they've been, or do we just shut it and come back in, and then we'll figure out how to whatchamacallit from there. Do it the old way, and we'll just broadcast the way we've been broadcasting. How did you all feel about the sound quality of the first call that came through with Mimi? Yes, my black heat. Yes, you already know that Caucasoids are deathly afraid of us African descendants. I don't know why. We have not done anything to these people. I just finished watching Black Klansmen, and I just became sickened by the foolishness of these people, these mongrels. Racists are so dumb. They're so dumb. It's just stupid. All right. So Candace is saying it was decent. Jerry is saying it was a good volume. Candace is saying I think you can work with it. Okay, so let's take a survey. Let's take a survey. I want people to only vote once. Okay, just vote once. If you feel that we should end this broadcast and start again with the way that we've been broadcasting before, put up a 1. If you think that this is cool and we can do it this way, put up a number 2. Okay? And then I'll take your votes for it, right? So if you think that we should stop and come back, put up 1. If you think it was okay, put up 2. All right? And Bittersweet is saying I could not hear the first caller. So most people are putting up 2. So most people were not happy with the sound quality. All right, so we're going to end this broadcast and we're going to come right back, and we're going to broadcast that way. Don't worry. We got it. We're doing it right now. I'm going to end this. Give me under 5 minutes. Just refresh the page and you'll see that the stream starts up again.